The library of Havenwood was a sanctuary of whispers, where the scent of old paper mingled with dreams. Its towering shelves, bathed in the golden glow of stained-glass windows, held stories of every kind, except the one about to unfold. In this quiet haven, two hearts would collide, sparking a love that would defy time, loss, and the weight of secrets. Jasper Hale was the kind of man who left an impression without trying. A history teacher in Havenwood's small high school, he had a way of making the past feel alive, his voice weaving tales of ancient empires with a warmth that drew people in. His tousled brown hair and kind blue eyes made him approachable, but it was his heart, always open, always giving, that made him beloved. Jasper spent his evenings in the library, not just to research but to help others, from students struggling with essays to elderly patrons tracing family trees. To him, the library was a place where stories lived, and he was their keeper. On a rainy October evening, as thunder rumbled outside, Jasper noticed a new face in the library's poetry section. Lila Everett stood there, her dark curls damp from the rain, her fingers tracing the spine of a worn Emily Dickinson collection. She was an artist, new to Havenwood, her paintings already stirring whispers in the town's small art scene. But her eyes, a stormy gray, held a quiet sorrow, as if she carried a weight no one could see. Jasper, shelving books nearby, caught her gaze as she fumbled with a stack of volumes. "Need a hand?" he asked, his smile gentle but disarming. Lila, startled, nodded, and as their hands brushed passing a book, a spark passed between them, small but undeniable. They talked, first about poetry, then about the rain, then about the dreams they hid in their hearts. Jasper spoke of wanting to write a book someday, a history of ordinary people who changed the world. Lila confessed she painted to capture moments she feared she'd forget, though she wouldn't say why. Their meetings became a ritual. Every evening, they'd find each other in the library, sharing quiet conversations amidst the stacks. Jasper would read her passages from forgotten journals, his voice like a melody, while Lila sketched him in the margins of her notebook, capturing the way his eyes lit up when he spoke of the past. He gave her a small brass bookmark engraved with a quote from Dickinson, "Forever is composed of nows." She gave him a sketch of the library's rose window, its colors bleeding like a sunset. Each gift was a promise, though neither dared name it. Their love grew like the pages of a book, each moment a new chapter. Jasper took her to the lake behind Havenwood, where they skipped stones and laughed until the stars appeared. Lila invited him to her studio, where she painted while he read aloud, their silences as intimate as their words. But beneath their joy, shadows lingered. Lila would sometimes fall quiet, her gaze distant, as if haunted by a memory she couldn't share. Jasper, sensing her pain, never pushed, but his heart ached to know her fully. One night, as snow dusted Havenwood streets, Lila revealed a piece of her past. In the library's attic, surrounded by dusty tomes, she told Jasper about her brother Theo, who died 3 years earlier in a car accident. He'd been her anchor, her muse, and his loss had left her adrift. "I paint to keep him alive," she whispered, tears falling. "But I'm terrified I'm forgetting him." Jasper held her, his arms a haven, and promised to help her carry that grief. "You don't have to remember alone," he said, and in that moment, Lila felt her heart begin to heal. But love, even one as pure as theirs, faced storms. Havenwood's library, a cornerstone of the town, was under threat. The town council, led by a pragmatic developer named Clara Voss, planned to sell the land to build a shopping complex. The news hit Jasper like a blow. He'd grown up in that library, found solace there after his parents' divorce, and now shared it with Lila. He rallied the town, organizing petitions and readings to save it, his passion inspiring even the skeptics. Lila joined him, painting murals of the library's history to show what would be lost. Their fight brought them closer, but it also unearthed secrets. One evening, while sorting through old records to prove the library's historical value, Jasper found a letter tucked inside a 19th-century ledger. It was written by a woman named Eliza, addressed to a man named Thomas, confessing a love forbidden by their families. The letter spoke of a hidden compartment in the library's oak desk, where Eliza had left a locket, a symbol of their bond. Jasper, intrigued, showed it to Lila, and together they found the compartment, revealing a heart-shaped locket with a faded photograph of two lovers. The discovery felt like fate, but it stirred something in Lila. She grew distant, her sketches darker, her smiles rare. Jasper, confused, pressed her gently. Finally, in the library's quiet corner, she broke. "The locket," she said, her voice trembling. "It's like the one Theo gave me before he died. I lost it in the accident, and seeing this, it's like he's here, telling me I don't belong in this happiness." Jasper, heartbroken, vowed to help her find peace, but Lila pulled away, afraid her grief would taint their love. The library's fate grew dire. Clara Voss, unmoved by protests, scheduled a council vote to demolish it. Jasper, desperate, spent nights researching, uncovering that the library was built on land donated by Eliza's family, with a clause protecting it as a public space. He planned to present this at the vote, but Lila, overwhelmed by her reopened wounds, told him she needed space. "I love you," she said, tears streaming, "but I'm not whole enough for this." She left Havenwood the next day, leaving only a note. "Find the locket story. It's yours now." Jasper was shattered, but his heart, ever resilient, refused to give up. He threw himself into saving the library, believing it would honor their love. The night of the council vote arrived, the town hall packed with residents. Jasper stood, his voice steady but raw, presenting the land clause and Eliza's letter. He spoke of the library as a place of stories, of love, of second chances. "This is where I met the woman I love," he said, his eyes glistening. "And even if she's gone, this place holds her heart and mine." The crowd was moved, but Clara countered, arguing the town needed progress. As the vote loomed, a woman slipped into the hall, her curls hidden under a hood. "Lila." She'd returned, unable to stay away, her heart pulling her back to Jasper. She stepped forward, unveiling a painting she'd created, a breathtaking depiction of the library, alive with the faces of Havenwood's people, past and present. "This is our home," she said, her voice breaking. "It's where I found love, where I found myself again. Don't let it die." Her words, and Jasper's evidence, turned the tide. The council voted to save the library, the crowd erupting in cheers. Jasper and Lila fell into each other's arms, their love reignited, stronger for its trials. But the story wasn't over. Lila revealed why she'd returned. She'd found a diary in her brother's things, written by their great-great-aunt Eliza. The locket was hers, a family heirloom, and Lila's connection to it was no coincidence. She and Jasper were tied to the library's history, their love echoing Eliza and Thomas's. Together, they restored the locket to the library, placing it in a display with Eliza's letter, a testament to love's endurance. The library thrived, becoming a hub for art and history, with Lila's paintings and Jasper's stories at its heart. They married in the library's garden, under the rose window, surrounded by the town that had become their family. Their love, born in the quiet of shelves, grew into a legacy that Havenwood would never forget. As they stood together, watching the library's lights glow against the night, Jasper whispered, "Forever is composed of nows." Lila smiled, her hand in his, knowing they'd write their story, page by page, for all the nows to come. Thank you for listening to a love story that began in a library on Endless Love Story. If this tale of love and resilience touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Watch until the very end. Every second is magical and worth it. Join us for more stories that remind you love can bloom in the quietest places. Until next time, keep turning the pages of your own love story.